Oi, all right there, truckers and truck lovers. Welcome to a new day and a new week here at Truck Stop Tales. If you're new here, this channel's all about life on the road, the graft, the grind, the greasy spoon breakfast. But most importantly, it's about the truck stops where we stop at the end of our day. Now today we're on our way to Borden, just above Portsmouth, just along the A3 in the UK. After that we'll be heading to Southampton area and then down to Cornwall, before heading back to Frome on our way back. Tonight I'm planning, if it all goes well, to stop at Chippingham Pit Stop, truck stop, where we will check out the food and the facilities and the parking. I will rate each of the categories, and if you yourself have ever stopped here before, then please let me know in the comments below how you found it and what your rating would be for each of the categories we score. Being a new channel, it would be most helpful if you could press that like button, and why not also hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all the stops that we make here on Truck Stop Tales. But for now, it's time to hit the road. So let's go. Right, so we've managed to do our first drop eventually over in Borden. Had a few problems. One of the pallets had collapsed, so they weren't exceedingly happy. But there's nothing we can do, is it, about it, to be quite honest? Nowadays, any of you truckers will know, a lot of pallets that come in from India and China are so badly made. They're made out of such cheap wood, such rotten wood, that by the time they get over here and they get moved around a little bit, all of a sudden, they're broken. They're no good to anybody. Anyway, rent over, on with the next job. Anyway, next drop, which was meant to be Winchester, has been cancelled. So we're now off to Totton, near Southampton, to do our next drop. Hey, for any of you that are interested and that are new here and don't know, I currently drive a Renault T480. It's not a bad cab. It's got all the mod comms, microwave, fridge. I've got my tablet that I use as my TV in the evening. Today I'm pulling a tail lift curtain side trailer, and oh my god, anybody that's watched the channel knows how much I hate tail lifts. God, they are the bane of my life. But hey, we do what we're given. We just get on with it, really. No point moaning. Job's a job. At least we're lucky enough to be employed. Well, guys, just a quick little update. Obviously, today's not gone very well by the looks of it. We had trouble with the first stop, with the pallets not being upright, should we say. The second stop got cancelled. The third stop, oh my god, that was a trucking nightmare. That wasn't made for an Arctic, that place. It was made and was meant to be delivered on a rigid vehicle. So trying to get my lorry in, absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Anyway, fourth drop. Whoa, we had an easy drop. We had one that actually went well. But when I put in the next drop, which was Cornwall, 4-hour drive. Wow. Meant I wouldn't get there till 7 o'clock tonight. They close at 5. So that's not much good, is it? Anyway, so tonight, unfortunately, we're not going to make it to Chippingham, but we're going to be stopping at the Moto Services at Exeter. Now, any of you that saw the last video saw how bad the services can be. Anyway, I've never been to Moto Exeter, so this will be a first for me as well. When we get there, we'll look at the food, the parking, the facilities, and see how clean the place is. And then we'll give it our normal review. I'm currently about 40 minutes away, so not long till I get there. I'll give you all a guided tour around and we'll take it from there. Anyway, if you've been to Exeter Moto Services, then please drop a comment below and tell me what you thought of it. If any of you truckers or truck lovers have any questions about the daily life of a trucker or anywhere that I've been, then don't forget to leave a comment in the comments below, and throughout the videos I will pick some of them comments out and answer as many as possible. And if it's a really good question, I might even give you a shout out. But for now, off we go to Exeter.
One for the resting, for the adjusting, one for the tired hands. All thanks to this old town, one for the shattered plans. You know the time has come for breaking some new ground. I'll let you drive, so we will stare at views we can't believe we found. We'll feel alive. You're still my favorite queen of the night. My friend, let's drive off again. Let's drive off again.
Well guys, we've finally arrived at Moto Exeter service station. As with all the truck stops we stop at, we'll rate for the following categories: food, facilities, cleanliness and parking, and finally the security of staying here overnight. So stick around, we'll have a good nosy together, and by the end of it we'll all know if the Moto Exeter is worth pulling into, or if you're better off motoring on by. So enough talk for now, let's get stuck in.
But I rose up from the ground, just like I was spellbound. All the odds were against me, so I picked up the pace, and now I'm in the road. So I've been told that I should fold and give in. I can't win in this game, no, but you can hear me laughing. I'm the new thing in this field. You should kneel instead.
Well, here's my thoughts and scores. Food? Well, as you saw, the food selection wasn't too bad, but it's pretty standard nowadays for all Moto services. They all seem to have the same shops, unfortunately. I ended up going for the chicken katsu curry. Not only was the portion size good, but it tasted okay. The price? Well, I think £11.10 is a little bit hefty. But luckily, as a trucker, you get a £10 meal voucher towards your meal for just £3. So it really only cost me £4.10. So marks out of 10 for the food? I think I'll give this a definitive 7 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. Right, the facilities. Well, both the toilets and the showers were remarkably clean for a service station. And unlike the other day at Taunton Dean, there was plenty of hot water available. So I think in all fairness, I can give Moto Exeter, again, a solid 7 out of 10. Cleanliness. Well, although the site was reasonably tidy, as you could see from the photos, the floor had definitely seen better days, and now had lots of tape everywhere. The decker wasn't too bad, again pretty standard in a Moto services wherever you go, and for that I'm going to score it a 6 out of 10. Parking. I arrived fairly early, but parking wasn't the easiest, to be honest, especially for that time of day. Already a lot of spaces had been taken and the parking was fairly tight. Had I turned up an hour or two later, I don't think I would have stood a chance, which is a problem in an area of the country where parking is already difficult enough to find. But overall, I'm still going to give this a 6 out of 10. Security. What can I say about the security? As I've said previously in my videos, the problem with service stations is there is no security. And so you really wouldn't want to stay in one of these places if you had a full load on board or something valuable. Far too often you'll end up waking up to seeing your curtains have been cut and things stolen, especially if you're in the wrong part of the country. Down here, it's not as bad, but still worth considering. Now, because of the lack of security, I'm afraid I can only award this a 2 out of 10, and that's only because there are some cameras in the area. Well, overall, that gives Moto Exeter a middle of the road 28 out of 50. Most of them points coming from the food itself, which isn't bad, to be honest. Well, that's my take, and you lot can decide if it's worth a visit. And that's it for today's stop on Truck Stop Tales. If you've stayed here before and had a different experience, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next stop on the road. Well, I'm off now to rest my head for the night, so I'll catch you lot on the next one. But for now, it's good night. And remember, keep on trucking.